Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, May 30th, 2016, the Golden State Warriors defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. The NBA Finals, the championship, is now set. It will be Warriors versus Cavs, a repeat of last year, something I predicted at the very beginning of this season. If you go back to my early work from October and November, I was documenting the early tributes in the season, if you will, and I was saying those tributes were forecasting a repeat of last year's NBA Finals. As the season went on and people started to die in connection to the Oklahoma City Thunder, I admittedly got a little bit tripped up and I said, keep your eye on this team. They could be the one to upset the Warriors if I'm wrong about this pick. And they took them to Game 7, right? But it's all scripted. It's all a big show. I also talked about the tributes the Spurs were getting in the season. They got a lot of big tributes. The Spurs were in their 39th year of being in the NBA. Tim Duncan was 39 years old. 39, a special number. The Golden State Warriors, they've won their 2 championships in the Bay Area 39 years apart. Last night, they became the 10th team to come back from 3 games to 1, being down 3 games to 1. When you write out the number 10 as a word, it has gematria of 39. Spurs equals 39. Duncan was 39. The team was 39. This year, the Spurs started off 39-0 at home. It was Golden State who beat them in their 40th game. Steph Curry had his 39th 30-point game of the season in that. It's all scripted. It's all planned. These men are just fulfilling the script. They are truly athletic actors. So last night, Curry scored 36 points, and as I continue to explain, this is a big number in the world of sports in 2016. 2016 has a numerology of 20 plus 16 equals 36. You can also break that down one more time, 3 plus 6 equals 9. But with regards to the 36, it's a special number. When you add up every number 1 through 36, it sums to 666. And this is a number that connects to the word prophecy. 666 in Jewish gematria. Prophecy also equals 106, which we'll talk about. But the NBA Finals in simple English gematria also sums to 666. And the people who run the league, the Masons, the Zionist Jews, they go by Revelation, the book of prophecy. The city Philadelphia is named from the book of Revelation. The Warriors are originally from Philadelphia. They moved to San Francisco and then Golden State. This past year in the college tournament, we saw Villanova win the college championship. Villanova just outside of Philadelphia. Last year, I was showing how the Philadelphia train wreck that was supposedly traveling 106 miles per hour was connected to the NBA Finals. Remember LeBron James in the movie Trainwreck? Check this out. The name LeBron James in Jewish gematria sums to 923. The Philadelphia train wreck was at 9:23 p.m. last year. This year, before the college tournament began, there was another train wreck in Garden City, Kansas. And it came exactly 44 weeks after the Philadelphia train wreck. I did a video before the tournament saying that that train wreck was a clue for who was going to win the tournament. I was talking about last year, the NBA Finals, the Philadelphia train wreck. Well, what happened this year before the college championship? There was another Philadelphia train wreck, and the train was traveling 106 miles per hour. And then Villanova wins. It's all scripted, from the pros to college, something I continue to expose. Go watch my past work on last year's college championship. Watch my work on the college football championship and this year's Super Bowl. I was explaining the parallels. You know, we saw Carolina teams lose in the college championship and then the Super Bowl. All scripted, all by the numbers, every single time. Villanova in gematria equals 36. You know, they won it this year. When they won, they defeated North Carolina that was in their 106th year as a basketball program. They won it with a score of 77-74, combined 151 points. 151 is the 36th prime. Yesterday when Curry won, it was May 30th, the 151st day of the year. Scored 36 points on the 151st day. 151, the 36th prime. Now that score, 96 to 88. Oklahoma City Thunder in Pythagorean gematria equals 88. And the last time these teams played in the regular season, March 3rd, the game that Prince attended, 88 days ago. Also, 2 months and 27 days. And to explain to you what 227 has to do with anything, turns out it's very important. When you divide 22 by 7, you get the approximation of pi, having to do with cycles and circles. Think about pro sports, annual championships every year. And every year they're rigged by the numbers. So 22 divided by 7, it sums to 314. And if you know what pi is, it's 3.14. Important number in geometry, cycles, circles. Look at this. 22 divided by 7. 3.14 ongoing decimal point. They call March 14th 314 Pi Day. Our language, English, is based on gematria, and this is one of the most important concepts in all of it. I mean, just think about this world. Everything's a cycle and circle. Day and night, seasons, the calendar. This is what we live in. This is how the language has been created. In the movie Lucy, the movie where Scarlett Johansson, she takes that experimental drug and her mind expands. Morgan Freeman's this great researcher. In the end of that movie, there's this dialogue about how words and numbers are just things that we have created to try and understand the way this world works. Think about that. Think about that. So anyway, last night the way the game ended was like this. Steph Curry gets this chintzy foul called on him while he's shooting a three. It looked like it should have been nothing. But he gets sent to the free throw line. He gets 3 free throws. He made all 3, bringing his points to the game to 33 points. Very special number in the NBA. NBA Finals, the small way equals 33. We just saw LeBron score 33 on the way to the NBA Finals. Cleveland, the only city that equals 33 in the NBA. Anyhow, when Curry got his 33rd points, it brought Golden State's score to 93. The score was then 93 to 86. Big buckets, not much time left on the clock. Last year, if you go watch my work on the NBA Finals and the rigging, I was talking an awful lot about 93. The Warriors play in Oracle Arena. Oracle Arena equals 93. 93 is a number that represents Saturn, the keeper of time, a very important concept as well. Time, cycles, circles, all this stuff is connected. That was also, the 93 also connects to the February 27th game where the Warriors and the Thunder played. They played February 27th and then again March 3rd. On February 27th, the Warriors won 121 to 118, combined 239 points. Talked about why that's significant. The United States is 239 years old. The maximum distance on the three-point arch is 23 feet 9 inches. Think about the three-point records and the time the U.S. is 239 years old. Very special number to the Zionist Jews who largely run the NBA. Then when the Warriors and Thunder played again on March 3rd, the score was 121 to 106. 227 combined points. 227. From the February 27th game to the May 30th game last night, 93 days or 3 months and 3 days. Some gematria with 33, NBA Finals, Stephen, Golden State. I should have wrote Cleveland up here as well. Cleveland's the only city in the NBA that equals 33. After the 93rd points, Curry would hit another three-pointer, putting it away officially. It brought them to 96 points. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31, 32, 33. Add those numbers together, it sums to 96, just like the word Freemason. Very special number to these people. Think about how the Warriors broke the Bulls record from 96. Think about how Kobe came into the league in 96. Again, there's something I called the Joe Jellybean Bryant prophecy, showing why it would probably be Cavs and Warriors. Joe Jellybean Bryant, the father of Kobe Bryant, drafted 14th overall by Golden State 41 years ago. Golden State equals 41 when it's fully spelled out. You know, here it's abbreviated, but when you write out state, it equals 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41. 41, the 13th prime. LeBron James in his 13th season. King equals 41. LeBron James said he wanted to play the Warriors. He wants revenge for last year. Now that his teammates are healthy, he gets his wish. He said that when the Warriors were down 3-1. Joe Jellybean Bryant was also drafted 14th overall by the Warriors. When you write out 14 as a word, it also sums to 41. 14 just as a number, the reflection of 41. It really is all this scripted. So many of these players born to fathers who were in the league. Steph Curry born to Del Curry. Klay Thompson born to Michael Thompson. These are all Masonic families born into the game. The two stars for the Warriors last night combined for 57 points. Curry 36, Klay Thompson 21. 57, a standout number. When you write out 57, it sums to 131. Remember, Steph Curry, unanimous MVP, 131-0, first time ever. Championship equals 131. Super Bowl equals 131. World Series equals 57. The relationship between all these numbers. Warriors scored 85 or shot 85 buckets last night. Basketball equals 85. Remember, Villanova won their last championship in 85, then won it 31 years later. Basketball equals 31 the small way, 85 and 31. At halftime, this was what the score was. The Thunder were up 48-42. Here's what popped about that score for me. With regards to the Oklahoma City Thunder having 48 points, the number 223 is the 48th prime. Big number to the Masons. Masonic equals 223. The Synagogue of Satan equals 223. The NBA Finals equals 322 in Jewish gematria, the reflection. Oklahoma City Thunder, the only team in the league with 223 gematria. The Warriors had 42. NBA Finals and Stephen, with the S exceptions, both equal 42. LeBron James equals 42. The combined points, 48 plus 42, is 90 points. And Golden State Warriors in gematria equals 90. So at halftime, the score was signaling Golden State Warriors. 90 and 16, the only two numbers when written out that have gematria of 33, were in the year 2016. ESPN at the start of the third quarter, Golden State came out hot, Klay Thompson making shots. ESPN kept up this graphic right here from the start of the third quarter for the entire second half until the game was over. And what this is Steph Curry with the referee who was substituted in at the last second. And we'll talk about what's so significant about this referee in a minute. If you missed my work on the Super Bowl, I predicted way before it happened that it would be Broncos over Panthers before the playoffs even started. I said Von Miller will be the MVP and there'll be a Black Panther tribute at halftime. All of those things happened. The week before the Super Bowl, they announced who the referee was going to be, and then I really knew my pick was right. We'll get to that as well. But these referees, they are giveaways in the rigging. The games are so scripted, they even put specific referees in as clues. So what happened is Scott Foster, the referee, was benched for Danny Crawford, the man shown right here. Dan Crawford, born November 23rd, 1953, currently 62 years old, from Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, the Masonic Zionist Mecca. Been with the NBA since the 84-85 season. That's when David Stern came on board. Said that the league wasn't about basketball, it was about superstars. The name Dan Crawford in gematria equals 53. Born in 53. Religion equals 53. A number connected to the Catholic Church. A lot of these basketball players went to Jesuit high schools, which are Catholic high schools. If you missed my work on the college tournament, go back and watch that. The Pope has a lot of connections to the NBA and college basketball. The Pope departed through Philadelphia when he came this year. Around that same time, Daryl Dawkins and Moses Malone, the former 76ers, dropped dead. I said, watch this ongoing theme. All of this is connected. It's all part of what's going to happen this season. Lo and behold, the Philadelphia 76ers have a historically awful season. They won the NBA Finals 33 years ago this year. The Warriors have a great season, originally from Philadelphia. You know, we see Dion Waiters' brother die later in the year in Philadelphia. Been a lot of strange stories out of Philadelphia this year. A lot of deaths in basketball connected to Philadelphia. What really stands out, though, about Dan Crawford is his birth numerology. Born on a date with 106 numerology, the number of prophecy, again, connecting to the train wrecks, connecting to a lot. The NBA playoffs began on April 16th this year, the 106th day of the year. Also notice that the name Crawford has gematria of 88. That stood out as well because Oklahoma City Thunder equals 88, something I documented before the game. They end up losing with 88 points, 88 days after the last time the teams played in the regular season. In case you missed the Super Bowl and who was the referee, right here, this is what I want to show you. For the Super Bowl, they put in ref Cleet Blakeman, who was 5-0 all-time officiating the Broncos. And you know where he played his college ball at? He played college football at Omaha. Think about Peyton Manning, Omaha. It's just all a joke. Cleet Blakeman equaled 41, just like Broncos, just like Super Bowl. There was also a story that came out about how the field crew made a mistake and painted the Broncos at both ends of the end zone before the game. They had to fix it. They dropped the clues in the media about how rigged it is. I'm telling you, they want the people to know. The Masons, the Jews, they don't respect humanity. They think humanity are a bunch of fucking losers and morons. And I'm sad to say that I agree with it. I mean, it's the only way that they can get away with rigging sports, rigging history, demolishing buildings in New York City. We were talking about that number 227 from the time the first plane supposedly hit till the time the second building collapsed to the ground was 2 hours and 27 minutes. They've been using these numbers all throughout history. This is way bigger than sports. My research didn't start with sports. I only recognized that sports were rigged the same way history and news was. Also, a lot of people heard about this. The NBA Facebook page after Game 6, when the Warriors evened the series 3-3, they posted the NBA Finals schedule, and they posted it with Warriors versus Cavs starting June 2nd. You know? It's all scripted. I think somebody made a slip up there and posted the schedule before they were supposed to, you know? The whole season was planned out before it even began. That's something I continue to repeat. These games, they are rigged long in advance. LeBron James, Steph Curry, before these people were even born, those two born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio, before they were even born, I'm telling you, these games were scripted. That's how long all this stuff is planned out. The Seattle Supersonics, they played in Key Arena for 33 years before they went to Oklahoma City. 33, big number in the NBA. But check this out. All time in the regular season, the Cavs and Warriors have played 107 games. Regular season. Last year, they played 6 games in the NBA Finals. That means they've played a total of 113 games. Very special number in the NBA. We just saw Cleveland win with 113 points going to the finals. LeBron had 33 in that game. Again, mainstream equals 113, dishonest equals 113, Bava Kama 113a, the Jewish holy text says that a Jew can lie to somebody who isn't Jewish. It's okay, it's permitted within the religion. Think about it. The word dishonest equals 113. These Masons and Jews created English long ago and a whole lot more. We're living in their world. They've built this world around us. Kobe Bryant 113. Kobe Bryant is a major factor in this year's stories. The Warriors started their season 16-0 against the Lakers at the beginning of the year. The Lakers have won 16 NBA championships. The Lakers had the biggest upset of the season. They defeated the Warriors on the 66th day of the year, March 6th, 3-6. It was Shaq's 44th birthday. Lakers equals 66. Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. Again, Philadelphia named from Revelation, the Warriors from Philadelphia, Revelation, the book of prophecy. The Masons use Revelation as the book of prophecy. The playbook again and again. Kobe Bryant from Philadelphia, just like the Warriors originally. Michael Jordan equals 113. Michael Jordan played his last game against the Philadelphia 76ers. This year, the Warriors beat his 96 win record. Did you notice that the Bulls finished their season against Philadelphia this year, and Philadelphia finished 10-72, the reflection of the Bulls record? It's all part of the script. The league is a monumental joke. It is pathetic. Last year, after the February 26th matchup, last season we're talking about now, I predicted that the NBA Finals would be Warriors and Cavs. LeBron had his season high of 42 points. The Warriors and Cavs both retired the number 42 for Nate Thurmond. He played for both teams. LeBron James equals 42. NBA Finals equals 42. From that game, I predicted the NBA Finals would be Warriors and Cavs, and the Cavs would win 4-2. I got that part wrong. The Warriors ended up winning 4-2. Anyhow, I have pretty much the same pick this year. Picked it early in the year. I said, I think this year's the Cavs' year, and they will win 4-2. If I'm right about the Cavs winning, they might also possibly win 4-1. King equals 41. Golden State equals 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41. Remember all that? But if it is 4-2 in favor of the Cavs, that means that these two teams all time will have played 119 games, another very special number to the Masons and the Zionist Jews. All-seeing eye in Gematria equals 119. Star of David equals 119. Star of David the small way equals 47. The Warriors, as the Philadelphia Warriors, won the first ever NBA championship in the year 47. The Philadelphia scorekeeper, who'd been with the league since its beginning, he died right after the Warriors won the NBA Finals last year. He died 106 days after his birthday, the number of prophecy. Also, notice that the Cavs have 51 regular season wins all time against the Warriors. At the beginning of the season, I was pointing out how the Cavs, it had been 51 years since they had won a pro sports championship. The last time they won was in 64. Jim Brown, the Cleveland Browns, that's the last pro sports championship. 51 years ago. The word conspiracy equals 51, Freemason 51, Cleveland sums to 51, so does LeBron James with the S exception. So I was looking at all that saying if Cleveland doesn't win this year, which I think they will, I don't know if we'll ever see this city win a pro sports championship again. They love to punk that city. I'll say at the same time, if the Golden State Warriors win the NBA Finals this year, they will have won 64 times all time against Cleveland. And like I just said, the last time Cleveland won was in the year 64. So something to think about. There's a little bit of alignment there, but I still see more for Cleveland. If Cleveland does win 4-2, they will have won 57 games all time against Golden State, which really pops out for me. They had 57 wins on the regular season this year. 57 connects to championship. Remember, when you write out 57, it equals the same thing as championship, the same thing as Super Bowl. World Series equals 57. This year, Villanova got its 57th tournament win all time in the championship over North Carolina, who was in their 106th year as a basketball program. So Cleveland, should they win the finals, will have 57 wins all time against Golden State. Last year, Cleveland didn't have Kyrie Irving or Kevin Love. They were supposedly hurt. Last year I was saying that was all part of the script. I was thinking last year that maybe they were going to make LeBron look extra heroic by winning without them. But this year, the narrative makes sense as well, right? He has his teammates. They're healthy. They're ready for revenge. Plus, they got Channing Frye, who's on fire. So here's something I also documented earlier this year when I was saying it looked like it was going to be Warriors and Cavs again. Along the way, I made several videos. The last time Cleveland and Golden State played this regular season was January 18th, 2016. They also played December 25th, Christmas Day. And remember, had Golden State's win streak remained alive, they would have been going for their 33rd straight win on Christmas Day against Cleveland. But instead it got cut short at 28 wins by the Milwaukee Bucks. They were chasing the 44-year-old record set by the Los Angeles Lakers and Jerry West from the same year that they moved to Golden State. Jerry West is now the executive of the Warriors. The Warriors won 28 games. When you write out 28 as a word, it sums to 156. They were chasing the streak of 33. When you write out 33 as a word, it sums to 156. When you write out Milwaukee Bucks, the team that ended the Warriors streak this year, and also the team that ended the Lakers streak 44 years ago at 33 games, Milwaukee Bucks equals 156. Only 28 and 33 sum to 156. The number 911, the 156th prime, these are special numbers. Talked about the World Trade Centers. The construction firm that built the World Trade Centers, their name gematria equals 156. Think about 911, the 156th prime. Those buildings fell down after 33 years, but they were only open for 28 years. Important numbers all throughout history. So, the score of that game on January 18th was 98 to 132. And the reason this makes my eyeballs pop out is because last year the Philadelphia train wreck was May 12th, the 132nd day of the year. If you go back and watch the videos I made on that, the number most heavily coded into the train wreck was 98. This is the same train that was traveling 106 miles per hour that crashed at 9:23 p.m. Remember, LeBron James equals 923 in Jewish gematria. The number 132, Catholic Church equals 132. Major Catholic influence in basketball. Lots of Jesuit high schools, lots of good basketball programs. I think if you looked at half of the NBA, half of these guys went to Jesuit high schools at least. With regards to the number 98, the word prophet equals 98. The word prophecy equals 106. You often find these paired together. Last year, game 1 of the NBA Finals went to overtime 98 to 98. The game came exactly 98 days after the Warriors and Cavs played on February 26th. 98 days later, the game goes to overtime 98 to 98. And remember, Lupercalia, the 44th day of the year, which equals 44 the small way and 98 the big way, from Lupercalia to the start of the NBA Finals last year was 111 days. The NBA Finals equals 111. All of this stuff is significant. The Cavs were in their 44th year of existence last year. LeBron James scored 44 points in Game 1. All scripted to the point. Can't be said enough. The game before that they played on Christmas Day, their 106th game in the regular season all time, prophecy, 83 to 89. The Cavs lost, but this game stands out because King James, LeBron James' nickname equals 89. 83 is also the 23rd prime number. This game was exactly 23 weeks before the start of the NBA season. You know, even though that the Cavs lost both of these games, I think it's trying to say that things will improve in the finals for LeBron. That's how I'm reading it. Could be wrong about that. So check this out. From January 18th, their last matchup, until the start of the NBA Finals, 137 days. 137 is the 33rd prime number. What January 18th makes me think of in light of this 137 is the company Nike. Nike's headquartered out of Oregon, the 33rd state. Remember, LeBron played the Blazers. Him and Lillard, the star players, both scored 33 points in the game. And then the next day, LeBron signed a lifetime contract with Nike, the first ever person to sign a lifetime contract with anybody. But Nike in the 33rd state, Nike's phrase is just do it, which in gematria equals 118, kind of like January 18th, 1/18. It was big news this year when Steph Curry signed with Under Armour. They said that Nike's Nike's stock tanked almost 5% in wake of the news of Curry signing with Under Armour instead of Nike. And you guys, what you need to understand is the markets, they're fake in the same way the world of sports is fake. Rigged, predetermined, manipulated. It's all part of a control mechanism for the gangs that rule over us. You have to remember the tyrants in power, they print money, they run the system, they just use it as a control vehicle. And this world that we live in, we've been lied to understand how it is. The way the world really operates is not how most people think. There's a gang ruling over us. They're keeping us busy with meaningless tasks, learning useless knowledge in school, pushing paper at jobs that don't matter. We live in a big joke. The joke is deep. So anyway, 137 days, the 33rd prime. Again, NBA Finals equals 33. NBA is a 33 league. Like I said, these games, they're scheduled on certain dates for a reason. The whole league is planned out before it even happens. The reason this spacing is because this was to be the NBA Finals before the year even began. All the games are about making money, wasting people's time, selling merchandise. It's a business. 137, the 33rd prime. From their Christmas Day game to the NBA Finals, 161 days, 23 weeks. Again, that score was 89 to 83, 83 the 23rd prime number. 161 also stands out because 1.61 is phi, the golden ratio, special number. When you write out 161, it sums to 239. Again, the United States, 239 years old. Been a lot of 239 tributes in basketball. That young man for the Pelicans supposedly just died before Game 6. His name, gematria, 239. Phi, golden ratio, has gematria of 33, tying him with 161 days until the NBA Finals. Also, yesterday was a date with 71 numerology. The Golden State Warriors moved to Golden State in 71. When you write out 44 and 71, they both sum to 144. This was the 44th season of being in Golden State. The NBA Finals begin this year on a date with 44 numerology, 6/2/2016. And you know what? Just in case I'm wrong and the Warriors are going to win, I'm going to document this right now. Date with 44 numerology. Last year, the Cavs were in their 44th year of existence. They lost. This year, Golden State's in their 44th year of being in Golden State. Perhaps they will now lose to Cleveland in their 45th year. But at the same time, you could also make an argument that this number is more important to Golden State this year. Steve Kerr, similar name, the coach, he came back for the 44th game of the season. Warriors have been getting 44 tributes all year. They made a big deal when Steph Curry tied Reggie Miller's playoff record of 44 straight games with a three-pointer. He surpassed that record. But the reason I'm leaning towards Cavs is because things like this. I made a video earlier this year showing how on the day that the Warriors lost at home, ending their 54-game streak, they lost to the Celtics 109 to 106. 54, the word Oracle, the name of their arena in gematria, equals 54. Win streak snapped at 54 games. Think about how Oracle has to do with future telling. On that same day, the Cavs got their 54th win over the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks scored 108. Golden State Warriors equals 108. In history, 58 years ago, 58 is significant because Freemasonry equals 58. 2016, 58 years later. 58 years ago, the Celtics lost to the Hawks in the NBA championship. The St. Louis Hawks are now the Atlanta Hawks. Think about it. On this night, where the Warriors went down to the Celtics with ending their win streak at 54 games at Oracle Arena, having to do with future telling. The Cavs won. And the opponents of the Cavs and Warriors were the teams that faced off in this championship. The Hawks defeated the Celtics. That was in the period of time where the Celtics went to, I think it was 10 straight championships with Bill Russell. They only lost one, and it was the year that they lost against the St. Louis Hawks. Remember, LeBron equals 66. He became the first player to go to 6 straight NBA Finals since Bill Russell in 66. Bill Russell equals 42. LeBron James equals 42. Always scripted. And you can't help but notice the Warriors lost in that game with 106 points. Prophecy. And to me, the way I read it is, the prophecy is that this year they will lose to the Cavs. I got it backwards last year. It could happen again. But that's how I'm reading it. That's how I'm understanding it. Also, I decided to look up the last time the Sonics and Warriors played. Kevin Durant was on that Sonics team for one season before they moved to Oklahoma City. I had to laugh because that game was played April 16th, the 106th day of the year. The Warriors scored 121 points. Remember, Warriors equals, show you this. Warriors equals 121. They defeated the Thunder February 27th and March 3rd with 121 points. And so does Revelation. Revelation, what Philadelphia is named after, where the Warriors originally from. Final game between Sonics and Warriors before they became the Oklahoma City Thunder. 121 points on the 106th day. You know? It's always been this way. That's what I'm telling you. These games have always been scripted to the point. This has been going on for a long time. Really, is this rigged? The Warriors on March 3rd beat the Thunder 121 to 106, 227 points. 227 is the 49th prime. Revelation equals 49 the small way. Warriors equals 49 the small way. Prince would die 49 days after that game. Revelation, the book of prophecy. Fellow subscriber asked me to watch this video last night. I'd never heard of this channel before. Cash Nasty Gaming. Seems like it's kind of an entertainment channel. The guy had on a LeBron James jersey, and he kept saying it's facts that LeBron's going to win the NBA Finals this year. Facts. This guy has almost 700,000 subscribers. Pretty much the only thing YouTube allows on their channel to have success are shield channels or paid-for channels or disinformation agent channels. You know, my channel, people are constantly being unsubscribed. My view stats are suppressed. My subscriber stats are suppressed. My thumbs up are suppressed. Most of you, if you go back and look at the videos that you've ever thumbs up, when you click on them, you'll find that your thumbs up isn't there anymore. All of my stats are managed by the Jews who run YouTube. So when you see these channels that have 1 million subscribers, YouTube is allowing that, you know? They're not going to allow someone like me to have 1 million subscribers as I expose how these billion-dollar industries are rigged to the point. You know, this information has the power to ruin professional sports for the Masons and Zionist Jews, which is exactly what my goal is. People ask me why I'm not gambling and trying to make all this money. That's not what I'm here for. You know, I have enough money already. I'm not trying to make any money. I am trying to shut down the wrongdoing in this world. Sadly, the people of this world, they don't have morals. You know, they're programmed, they're brain-dead morons. They worship money, they worship materialism. They don't respect things that are right, you know? People in this world are programmed to worship the wrong. You know, you watch this guy's video, it's really trash. He's critiquing the NBA while wearing NBA jerseys. I mean, what is that? You're saying the NBA's rigged, a joke, but you're going out and buying their merchandise? Doesn't make any sense. That's what you see in this video. And you hear the guy making fun of Kevin Durant's hair, saying his hair's nappy, saying nigga, 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 nigga. Tell you something about the word nigga. The word nigga equals 38, just like Jew, just like death. And so does the word rapper, you know. The word nigga made popular by black musicians who are owned by Jews. You know, and I guarantee you once upon a time the Jews taught them this word. And they said, you know, go out and say nigga. Say it's a black power thing. Say it's a black pride thing. But really all it is a division thing, you know? It's just another divisive term, a word for a group of people to use, you know? That ultimately causes division. Almost every rapper you've ever heard about dying has died by that number 38, nigga. So remember what that word is when you use it. I'm telling you, what that word means is Jew-owned. If you say nigga, you're saying I'm Jew-owned. You know, the Jews, they rule over this world by promoting materialism, a bunch of bad shit, violence. And mostly, that's all you hear in this commercial hip-hop music too. That and a whole lot of the word nigga. Anyway, I noticed this Cash Nasty Gaming, his name in Gematria equals 161. And look how long his video is. Think that's a coincidence? I don't. I don't at all. That video had 40,000 views within an hour of being up, supposedly. That's when I took that screenshot from. Video was 1 hour old. It's frustrating, you know, watching how people just want to go out and watch trash and witness trash, laugh about Kevin Durant's hair being nappy. People don't want the truth. They just like loudmouth assholes like this guy. So anyway, I think we covered it all here. Another game scripted to the point. All of the NBA finals will be scripted to the point. I can't wait to see what game 1 score is. Will someone lose with 106? We'll see.